Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the DMV Comic Book Nerd here, and welcome to another DMV Comic Book Club. Going live again today. Today is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. So happy New Comic Book Day, everybody. I hope some people have been able to go to your local comic book store. If not, maybe you can go another day. But if not, maybe you can get some comics delivered to you, or maybe you can go to your local library, or maybe you can get some digital comics. There's so many different ways to enjoy comic books, and that's what we are here to do. So let's get into it. Yeah, I want to just start off by saying Happy Women's History Month, Happy Irish American Heritage Month. Like, there's so much going on in March. And we had a really interesting Black History Month in February. Um, you know, being black is lit, but there were some ups and downs. I'll tell you the truth, because people, you know, I think we all saw, what happened in February. Different things happened, but some good things happened. So I want to shout out some of the good things that happened. So some of you might have seen that last month, Big Boy Nerd and I, Travell, he joined me for a Wonder Man review, so you can check that out on my channel. We also did do a comic book club last month, but unfortunately we had some sound issues, so I don't know how to recover that, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to keep moving forward. Maybe we can discuss some of those comics that you guys missed out on today. But yeah, I'm definitely going to share some of the books that I've been picking up and reading. I want to know what books you guys have been reading and picking up, so please leave a comment. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Um, where to begin? I think I should probably start with February, actually, because a lot has happened since then. So, I mean, let's get into it, because we gotta start with the new history of DC Universe, the Dakota incident. Hello, everybody. We got some people joining in the chat. Welcome, everyone. Has anyone read this book? Like, this book, I hope that you guys have read it already. If not, go pick it up. Milestone is making its comeback here. We've got a lot of great creators here. We've got Dennis Cowan. We've got Edwin Gallman. We've got Stephanie Williams. We've got Joseph Illidge. Like, we've got a whole great team of creators. Valentine Delandro, Morgan Hampton, Carlo Pagulayan, Nicholas Draper Ivy. So if you're a fan of Static or any of these Milestone characters, please pick up this book. There is a movement going on right now to not only support this book and show DC that these characters want people want these characters to be published more, but also just to kind of show DC that there's a market for black characters and black creatives. Like, I think I think we can all do better. There's a hashtag going around right now, DC So White. I don't know if you've seen that, but go check it out, because there are some interesting discussion points there. They have a whole website, Blurred Without Fear, JP Numbra. Like, they have a couple of our black nerd creators are out here, trying to get us to organize and really show up in numbers, as far as not only Milestone and DC, but also independent comic books. Like, I think there's definitely room for all of us to kind of like make more of an effort. I know for myself, I a big DC Marvel fan, mostly Marvel, but also DC, but also indie. So, like, if you've noticed in my previous videos, I do make an effort to try to show a little something from each publishing area. But you know at the end of the day, my funds are not infinite, so I can't, and my time is not infinite either. I can't read everything. I can't buy everything, but I will do my best to support black books and just all books. Really, like I love comic books, and you see, I try to read everything. So we got a few comments here. Patrick Starr loves DC as well. All right. Alexa Nessel said it's very good. Yeah, it's great. Like if you like Static, if you like Icon, if you like Rocket, um, there's so many. If you like Rocket's son Beacon, this really gives them a bit of a comeback, and I think that it leaves room for them to come back even bigger and better. So I think, shout out to Dwayne McDuffie. May he rest in peace. Like I think these characters deserve more attention. But also, we got so many books to go through. Um, I do want to talk about Black Panther because I love Black Panther. What have I got here? So last month we had Black Panther the 60th anniversary special. All right. I don't know if anyone read this, but it's another good pick. All right, he said look between 18 and 55. Yeah, I know, right? Like I got all my gray hairs, but also I guess comic books keep me young. But all right, so Black Panther, you got Christopher Priest returning. You got Cody Ziegler, Evan Narcisse, Muriel Ayodele, Aletha Martinez, George Shanti. A whole bunch of creators have gotten together to bring us this 60th anniversary special, and you get a lot of like vignettes that honor the past, a few that look to the future, and it's just a celebration of Black Panther. So I do recommend this book. I got the Mateus Manhini cover here, and I also got Black Panther Intergalactic #3. I've been following this book. You might have seen me talk about it before. So this is the Aiko cover. It's a variant cover. I thought it looked really cool. And this is by Victor Laval. And what is the name of the artist on this book? I can't remember, but it's a pretty Stefano Nessi. So yeah, this book, I love that it's bringing back the intergalactic kingdom of Wakanda. It's got a pretty interesting setup. Unfortunately, it's a mini series. Like I was hoping it would be another ongoing, but maybe if we support it, maybe they might give us an ongoing. Well, no, who knows? So moving on to Storm, she's got a new miniseries as well, Shadows of Tomorrow, part of the Shadows of Tomorrow event that the X-Men are doing. So this is issue #1. Did anybody read this one? This one was pretty good. Like I don't know, like crazy things happen in Storm. Honestly, like she be riding like a giant dragon and stuff. I don't know. She fights aliens and gods, and then people are getting murdered, and Scarlet Witch shows up. Like it's pretty interesting. So if you like Storm, definitely check out this book. Especially, support her ongoing. She hasn't had a lot of miniseries and ongoings compared to like Wolverine and stuff. So always gotta pick up the Storm books. So speaking of Storm and Black Panther, I gotta shout out Avengers. Last time I made a video, I got Avengers 35. All right, this is like, the book that is coming to an end with Jed McKay and them. And then today, I went to the store. I got the last issue, #36. This is the epic finale. I haven't gotten to read this one yet, but I've been enjoying Jed McKay's Avengers from the start. So if you like Avengers, why not read this book? It's pretty good. And it does have Black Panther and Storm on the team, so I think that's been pretty great. All right, let me read some of these comments here. Inverted Chaos said, "You have no clue idea. I can't really see all these comments. Can you guys see all these comments? Uh, Bear with me. I don't do these lives very often, but hopefully I can learn more about how to do them in a cool way. But I'm glad people are here. I'm glad people are uh, watching this live. So if you have any thoughts about comic books, go ahead and leave them in the chat. I don't know. I can't see that, but maybe it'll pop up later. All right, so I got some variant covers for that Avengers issue. I got the Storm Hell's Kitchen one, and I also got the Black Panther Sam Wilson Captain America one by Luciano Vecchio. I don't usually get a lot of variant covers, but I couldn't resist those. Alright, so let's move on to the Ultimate Universe. I got this issue of the Ultimates number 21 last week. And this one features Luke Cage on the cover there. What do you guys think of his new look? I mean, I do think it kind of goes hard, but at the same time, like, is it too many chains? Like, I'm cool with like a couple of chains, but like, it's giving a little bit like, it's slavery, but but I think he's reclaiming it, because if you read this book, it's all about how the Ultimates are fighting back against the Maker in his dystopian rule. So I don't know, it's a pretty good book. I really enjoy this version of Ultimates, although it's like very different from the old Ultimates, but that's probably a good thing. I mean, I don't know. Things have changed so much since the early 2000s. In a good way or in a bad way. I don't know. Like, you tell me in the comments. But speaking of how things have changed over time, let's go check out Star Trek Deviations Threads of Destiny by Stephanie Williams and Maldonado. I don't know this artist really well, but Gregory Maldonado. This was an interesting book. I don't usually read a lot of Star Trek or watch a lot of Star Trek, but I want to support Stephanie Williams. Lots of comments about the hair. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for Eli does stuff too. He said I rock that hair. Yeah, the grays are natural. Eli does stuff. So yeah, I'm just keeping it natural. But this book features Uhura, famously played by Nichelle Nichols. May she rest in peace. But like, I thought this was a pretty cool spotlight on her character, and she kind of travels back in time. She travels back to the Civil Rights era, and she meets Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So, if you are interested in a book where Star Trek kind of examines the, just the experience of traveling back in time and seeing Uhura connect to her roots, I think that was a pretty interesting story. Next, let's see. What else have I got? And these are still last month's books, guys. Like, I got a lot of books from last month I haven't been able to kind of show off yet. Speaking of Stephanie Williams, though, she did some Wonder Woman books. So I picked up these. It was a 2-issue arc. So here you got Nubia on the cover, and here you got Diana, and I think these are both variant covers. Yeah, like I love how DC also gives you like the A cover on the inside. So that was a cool one by Jeff Spokes. And then over here you got, like, apparently DC is doing some punk covers for Superman and stuff. So that's interesting. But yeah, and then this arc featured Strife, the goddess Strife, um, and she came to Paradise Island and basically just got the Amazons all like feeling some type of way. So a lot of chaos goes down, but this was really good because it really had a spotlight on the Wonder Woman family, so to speak. Like you got Wonder Woman and all three Wonder Girls plus the new Trinity baby. I haven't really been following the Wonder Woman title that much prior to this, but I had to pick these issues up because I like Stephanie Williams and what she's been doing with Nubia and all the different Amazon books there. All right. So while we're talking about DC, let's talk about Batman Static Beyond. Here's issue number 3. Um, if you've been following this channel, you know I've been a fan of this book. I've been trying to tell everybody go get it. And today we got issue number 4. I haven't been able to read this one yet. But look at that cover. Nicholas Draper, Ivy. It's really cool. So I'm hoping to read that soon. But yeah, it's been a great book so far. Very reminiscent of the animated series of both Static Shock and Batman Beyond. Like, what's not to like? So read that book. And speaking of Batman, I've been following the new Batman by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. So here we go. We got issue 6 here. This one kind of had a spotlight on what's his name? Dr. Hugo. Is that his name? The guy who makes the monsters. And then it kind of introduced a new take on the Joker at the end. So then today I got Batman number 7. So this one will get more into the new Joker. I don't know too much about it yet. Haven't gotten to read this one yet, but this book has been pretty interesting so far. It's a pretty clean start for people who want something. Like, it's only 7 issues so far, so if you don't want something that's too deep in lore, it's pretty new reader friendly, I would say. But yeah. What else have we got going on? So I've done a mix of books from last month and books that I got today. So let's finish up the books I got from last month. Green Lantern number 32. I got this. I think this is a Torrin Clark cover. Yeah. Of John Stewart. It looks so cool. I had to get it. But don't you know John Stewart is not in this book, so that sucks. But he will be in the new Lanterns HBO show played by Aaron Pierre. So they just dropped a trailer for that. Go watch that if you're interested. I don't know what to think yet. I think it's going to be very down to earth based off the trailer. Kind of in the same realm of like Penguin. But maybe it also connects to Superman. I don't know. Like, I think they're trying to have a new connected universe. Maybe not. Maybe I don't think Penguin is connected to Superman and Peacemaker. I couldn't tell you. Like, I don't really follow it that closely, especially with all the chaos at Warner Brothers. But anyway, I like this cover. I haven't really been reading Green Lantern on the regular lately, but apparently, I guess Hal and Carol are like about to get married. I don't know. Like, I've got to check that out. I think it's coming up on a Legacy issue 600. So even though this is issue 32, next issue 33 will be technically issue 600. So that should be a big deal. Let's see. What about Justice League Unlimited number 13 or 16, sorry, 16. Mark Waid, Dan Mora. I mean, they have been killing it. I do love this book. And check out this cover by another Torrin Clark cover for Black History Month featuring Vixen. Like, this is beautiful. Like, give Vixen a book. Like, give Torrin Clark a book drawing Vixen. Like, I would buy it. I think that's the entire reason I picked up this physical copy because um, otherwise I would probably just read it on DC on the DC app. But yeah. Um, let's see. I guess I should also mention a few things I haven't read yet. I read most of those other books, but not all of them. But I got Archie, in the Army of Darkness. They stay doing crazy crossovers at Archie. I don't know what to expect yet because I haven't gotten to read this yet. But I love Archie. I love the weird horror corners of it gets into, and I do love the first two Evil Dead movies. I never watched Army of Darkness. Has anyone seen the Army of Darkness movie? Maybe I should watch that one too because the first two were good. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna check that out. And speaking of indie books, I regularly get the Power Fantasy, Kieran Gillen, Casper Vingard. So this book has been dope. Like it's really good. Pick it up, pick it up. Um, Keep it going. Um, I don't know. Is this the last issue, or are they taking a break or something? I don't know. I didn't get to read this one yet. I hope it's not the last issue, but let me know. All right. Now this one I didn't expect. I didn't know they were making a Phantom of the Opera Universal Monsters comic book, but when I walked into the store last week, like they had all these copies, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I actually am a big Fan of the Opera fan. Like I have a picture of me dressed up as Fan of the Opera in high school, and that's when I saw the play on Broadway, and it was amazing. And then the movie came out, and that was amazing too. And so I had to get this cover, especially the one that you can flip open his mask on the front, but also on the back, and you get to see his scarred face over there. It's very two-faced, but that's why it works. Like I think as a comic book, it's a cool concept. And then I really loved the Universal Dracula book that came out a year or two ago. Like that was dope. So and this is by the same artist, Martin Simmons, and he's got some really interesting like painted artwork. So you know, I think it reminds me of Bill Sienkiewicz in a way. Yeah, but yeah, I was very surprised by this book. Um, all right, so I guess that leads me to the rest of the books that I got today. And quick reminder, if you are enjoying this video, please give me a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I think I'm at about 50 subscribers. Oh, 81 subscribers. Thank you. I think I just got a new one eventually. So like that's really exciting. If you can help me get to 100, I'm not that far off. All right, so the last two books. I'm not gonna hold you all too long. I got Moonstar. Danny Moonstar has her own book now at Marvel. I got the Joshua Swaby cover. Doesn't this look sickening? Like she looks amazing. Like look, he always draws like beautiful women. Moonstar. I had to get this variant. Although all the covers look good. It was hard to choose actually, but yeah, I can't wait to read this. I do love Danny Moonstar. I've been following her for a long time, so I was very excited about that. Okay, and last but not least, I picked up Black Moon Ritual by Yatasha L. Womack and Aletha Martinez and Marco Lesko. And I don't know too much about this book. I just picked it up today. I'm excited to give it a try. It's described as an Afrofuturist coming of age tale, and it has something to do with this guy who's a surfer. Like, I don't know. I think the art looks cool. I think I'm excited to check that one out. And I do want to encourage everyone to support black authors and indie books. Like, I think there's been a lot of conversation lately, and if I can get into it for a minute, I would just say, you know, like I said before, I think it's definitely a good thing to promote indie books along with mainstream books and read what you enjoy, but also go outside of your comfort zone. Like, that's what I try to do. Like, I definitely have a comfort zone because I've been reading for 27 years, and it's real easy to, walk to the store and just pick up the latest Batman, pick up the latest Superman, which I do like all the time. But at the same time, I I always want to pick up a few indie books and try and throw them in the mix and support where I can. Like, you could go back and see my review with Adam Downing from Resolve Comics. Like, he's got a new Kickstarter out, so check that out. I'll drop a link in the description. But in general, there's so much good stuff out there. Like, I hate to see fandom wars. I hate to see people be like, I hate Marvel and DC, or I hate indie books. Like, why is there hate for any comic books? Just read what you like, or if you don't like it, why do we have to hate on it? like other people might like it. So I think there's definitely lots of conversations going on, and ultimately, I think it's for the good. I want to see us all come together as a comic book fan community. No matter our background, no matter our culture, no matter our ethnicity, nationality, whatever, like, we are all comic book fans, and this should be fun, right? Like, I'm a hobbyist. Like, I'm not even a professional. I'm just here for the love of it. So I hope you are too. Um, I think that's about it, y'all. Like, I don't have too much else to say. I mean, I did mention on the Lost podcast from last month that it was my birthday in February, so I'm another year older. I'm now 37, which is I mean, I gotta be grateful, right? Like, I can't take any years for granted in this crazy ass world. Like, I think that's the main thing. Like, every day just seems so crazy. Seems like we're in World War III, literally. Like, I'm not going to get into all the politics because you already know. I'm sure you do, but yeah, it's just been crazy out in these streets, especially here in DC. Like, I am living, here in DC, and it's just like, people are literally talking every day about, like, do we need to move? Like, do we need to find a bomb shelter? Like, it's not funny, but we have to laugh to keep from crying because it's like, it's crazy. Yesterday was midterm elections in several states, and it was very disappointing to see Jasmine Crockett lose her race. I mean, I don't live in Texas. Shout out to my Texas friends, but um, shout out to everyone who voted too, and everyone who voted for Jasmine Crockett. I mean, it was just a primary, but primaries matter too. But it was very disappointing to see her lose after we see, Kamala Harris lose, after we see Stacey Abrams lose. Like, why is America not electing black women? We need to have a conversation about that. Like, can we get over whatever it is that doesn't allow us to respect them and promote them? Because it was fucking Black History Month and Women's History Month, and we're not respecting women, black women. Like, lift them up, y'all. Like, at least Virginia, y'all elected Abigail Spanberger, a white woman. Like, she seems like a very competent lady. I don't live in Virginia, but I hope that you know she is a great governor. But like I said, I'm not trying to get into too much politics here. But comic books are political, and it's good to be aware of what's going on. So, um, That's all I got to say about that. Let's see. Any more comments here? Oh, it looks like you guys have enjoyed, um, you know, being here. I've enjoyed having you here with me, and I hope to do this again. Should I do this every week, or should I stick to doing videos monthly? Um, I don't know. Let me know. Drop a comment. Tell me how I can make this better. I'm always like I said, I'm just a hobbyist. I don't have a lot of money. If you want to, help support this um, podcast or channel, you can always send me a little donation at $ DMVCBN on Cash App, um, because every little bit helps. Um, I'm constantly trying to make sure that I have mics that work, and like I've got this headset mic. I got like it's and it doesn't always work. So I need help, y'all. But I'm doing my best, and I'm thankful for everyone who watches these videos and is a part of the community. All right. Well, take care, everyone. Enjoy your comic book reading. Let me know what you're reading, and I hope to see you again next time. Excelsior! Bye bye.